Hey guys, Casey here. Welcome back to the homestead. I hope all you new friends and new subscribers have enjoyed the last few videos. We're back in the kitchen today. So we are going to talk about the magic that happens in the kitchen because that's where it really happens, right? So we are in a collaboration with Diane The Canning Nana and all of the wonderful channels down below. I'll throw up a list of them right here so you'll be able to see all of the wonderful friends that are contributing to the cause and getting you some great ideas on what they can and what they won't can anymore. So let's hop into it. I'm going to start with what I will not can again, or that I may try a little bit later, and give you the reasons why. So the first thing that comes to mind that does not jump up to number one in my list to can is going to be okra. Now I do like pickled okra, but just not the slicing okra. You know how you try to double task things? I had some peas to boil over. So let's get back to this. The number one thing that I won't be canning anytime soon is going to be sliced okra for, like, say, frying or something like that. I do like pickled okra, but not sliced okra for canning. I will show you here two examples of my okra that I canned, both of the same variety. They are from two different years. One is from my garden and one is from my cousin's garden. Now you'll see one looks like mud and the other is picture perfect. So I'm not sure the difference in the two canning processes, what happened to the okra during the canning process, what caused the differences or anything like that. It gets to where it's not readily available to can. Now I will be processing okra in different methods, but you'll have to stick around and follow me for that process at a later date, and I will be announcing that soon. The second thing I'm not going to be canning is going to be sweet corn. Now, last year when I did this sort of video, I made the comment that I won't be canning sweet corn anymore because it come out smoky. Well, to clarify, y'all learned me a few things. So, it does depend on variety because of the sugar content and because of the processing time that the FDA guidelines lays out for us to follow, or some people as a suggestion. The process of making sure that the food is safe to eat can caramelize the sugars in corn, therefore giving it a smoky flavor or like a little burnt taste. Because of the variety of corn and the sugar content that variety of corn has. So, I'm not canning it anytime soon, but I will try again later, so stick around for that. It's probably not going to be this year, but it'll be in the coming years. Just hang tight with me. The third thing, and this will be my last thing, is going to be squash. Now, that being said, it's not going to be zucchini squash or yellow squash, you know, the summer squashes, except for tromboncino. Now with the tromboncino squash, I did can this last year into my mock pineapple zucchini, and it turned out great. Absolutely fabulous. It is a more dense squash and it does not fall apart during the canning process. It was absolutely fabulous. So therefore, I'm aiming to state I won't be canning zucchini squash or yellow squash or the summer variety anytime soon. But then again, I have other ways of preservation methods coming up soon. Now on a better note, we are going to move on to a few things that I will can again. So I have a kitchen that is called an ingredient kitchen, where people can't just walk in my kitchen and go grab things off the shelves because they're not pre-made. I have an ingredient kitchen, meaning I have all the ingredients to make good stuff. Just you got to make it. My bad. So I do tend to pre-make some things for my children and pre-make things as like a meal prep for the week. But other than that, it's going to be ingredients on my shelf. That goes along with my canning process as well. I have an ingredient canning pantry, where meaning I only can ingredients to turn into other things. So I can things like different varieties of tomato juices, tomatoes, like stewed tomatoes, diced tomatoes, single beans, single single vegetable products like carrots or peas or beans or stuff like that. So you have to take several different things and put together to make a dish. I don't have a whole lot of meal ready items such as, you know, meals in a jar, just dump and go. I haven't been canning that way. That is going to be one thing that I am going to transition to this year. Now, that being said, I do have a few chilies, a few stews, a few soups, that sort of thing on the shelf that's ready to go. But I want to venture out and try more recipes and get more items on the shelf, so when I'm not available to cook, because we are so busy or because we've got so many things on the calendar to get done, my family will be able to just come, dump and go, because we are creating the Homesteaders fast food restaurant. So I'll be making all of my single ingredients to put back in the pantry, as I stated before. But to that list, I'm going to add a few things. So one new thing I want to try this year is to find a good Sloppy Joe sauce. I do have the ingredients to put together to make it, but I want it available on hand to grab and go. I do have a staple of pizza sauce and spaghetti sauce that I keep on the shelf. I make the same recipe, but I cook them at 2 different times because my pizza sauce I want thicker than my spaghetti sauce, so I just cook the pizza sauce a little bit longer, even though they're the same recipe. So that way, whenever I want pizza sauce, I just get the thicker kind. When I want spaghetti sauce, I just get the thinner kind. One new item that I'm going to put on the shelf this year is going to be barbecue sauce. Now, we do make our own ketchup, so I want to transition into making our own barbecue sauce. A few other things I'm going to be bringing this year is going to be French onion soup base and caramelized onion, and maybe even an onion jam or two. I recently planted 300 onions. This is going to be by far my biggest onion crop, fingers crossed, God willing, that we are going to bring in. We recently moved to a new homestead and graduated from a 400 square foot garden to a 3,500, almost 4,000 square foot garden. So we have, just exploded our garden area. So we are going to be planting more than ever this year as soon as we get the garden started. Another item that I'm going to be planning on, or not specifically an item, but a group of items. I want to do more in the bean area, and that being like black beans, kidney beans, pinto beans, that sort of thing. And also transition into doing baked beans, pork and beans, that sort of thing, to get those flavored beans as well to use as sides back in the pantry, and that way I know exactly what's in them and where they come from, and I don't have to worry about my family having any issues with their dietary restrictions, and they'll be able to use everything that Mama makes for them. So if you guys are interested in starting your own gardens, if you need help and you're like, I don't have the money or the time, because Lord knows none of us have time anymore, but the homestead keeps you busy. And I also have a new series I'm going to throw out here to let you know if you haven't seen it yet, Homesteading for Free, where we are doing a series of a video once a week to help you build your garden and your homestead. Anything that we do, we are bringing to you, whether it's going to be on a free budget or an extremely cheap budget. So we've got a few videos in that playlist already. Go check that out. And also, go check out all these video links below. You can either click on the hashtag that I've got listed below, or you can go to the individual channels. Check out the playlist that I have listed below. On the channel for Diane The Canning Nana, she has a playlist listed there where that's going to have all of these good videos on there to give you some ideas on what you can be putting in your pantry. So guys, until next time, I hope you enjoyed this little segment in Casey's Kitchen. Come back for more recipes. Come back for more gardening tips and hacks and homesteading for free. Join us on the next video. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We've got a 5,000K giveaway coming up soon as we get to that point. So stick around, help us out, share these videos out, and we will see you next time. Bye guys.